From a pig.
Nice.
That's bad. Okay.
And this is this one's last go. This is like the third freestyle I've had with it. So, but yeah, some students butchered pigs, and some they'll offer me organ systems and stuff. And the rest, this is what we're going to do in the lab, but it's with preserved stuff, and you don't really get a feel for some of the stuff. So this is respiratory and some other stuff from a pig. Okay. And I mean, we can start up here.
Is that a tongue? Yep. Cool.
That is a tongue. Okay. And you guys can get closer if you want. Okay. So we have the tongue, then stuff goes back the pharynx, and it goes down the pharynx, and then what is that thing right there?
Epiglottis?
That's the epiglottis. Okay, that's cartilage right there. And I can see the vocal cords. I can see the vocal cords, yeah, through there. So that goes through the...
You can't hear them.
You can't hear it squealing.
Well, if they went through there, it'd get the, just going, that's where it gets the squeal. Well, it's got to resonate in the mouth too, though, and stuff, so that'd still be creepy sounding. But, so I'm looking down there through the vocal cords, and what tube does that go into?
Trachea.
If it goes past the epiglottis and down through the glottis, through the vocal cords, where does it go next?
The larynx?
Into the trachea. Well, it goes into, that's part of the larynx, it goes into the trachea. Okay, so this is, could be cleaned up, I guess. But there's the trachea right there, and I can tell because, what am I feeling right there? Those cartilage rings. Okay, so they're going like that, keeping it open. What's this kind of muscular thing right in front of it? That's the esophagus. Okay, so stuff gets, food goes the other way, goes down the esophagus, and this is it right here. Look how thick that is. See how thick that is right there? Why is it so thick?
Because you don't want the food leaking out?
I mean, what layer of it makes it so thick of the esophagus? The muscularis layer. It's because that's just propelling it down, right? So it's super thick. And then what is this vessel that's running right by it?
The aorta?
I shouldn't have said vessel. It is a vessel, but it's also a blood vessel. It's the abdominal aorta. Okay, and you can see it's much, thinner and stuff, but it's elastic, it expands.
If those are the lungs, wouldn't that be the thoracic aorta?
Or here's where the heart was. There's an auricle, a couple auricles. Goes out, that's probably the aortic arc. And then, descending, and then thoracic aorta. So then these are the lungs, and it's been freeze-thawed a few times, but when they first come in, guess what color they are?
Right, red.
Bright red. And why are they so red?
Highly oxygenated.
Because of all the blood at specifically, where is all this blood located that we can see? Where's most of that? Where's all the action at? In the respiratory capillaries. Okay, where the gas exchange membrane's at. Okay, so that's all blood in the respiratory capillaries is why it's so like that. You can see this little, see that kind of white there? It came apart, but you see this little white layer that's on top of the lungs? What is that? The visceral.
Pericardium.
Visceral, what cavity is this in? Pleura. The visceral pleura, because it's in the pleural cavity. But what I wanted to do is I have an air hose in there, and I want to put it down the larynx in the trachea. And what do you think is going to happen when I turn on the air? They're going to expand. Okay. So what property is it of the lungs that allows it to expand?
Alveoli?
The elastic fiber.
It's the elastic fibers in there. The alveoli probably do stretch a little bit, but it's those elastic fibers in there. You know, is it the cartilage that's allowing it to stretch? No, it's doing the opposite. So it's the elastic fibers that allow it to stretch. And then what's going to happen when I turn off the air? It's going to recoil. And again, that's because of the elasticity. It allows it to recoil. Never know if it's going to...
We're gonna get gunk on.
Yeah, they're, I mean, the air bubbles are there's so much pressure that it's gonna pop the alveoli and it's gonna come out of the lungs and it'll get underneath the visceral pleura there. Anybody do endotracheal intubations?
Not for fun.
Seen it done.
Ooh, all right, I did it. I don't know where the best place to, I'm just trying to create a seal here. Okay, we'll see.
And here we go, we're gonna get splattered on.
And there they recoil, you know,
That was
all
great.
nice and
Got really big though.
yeah, it did. We'll see.
Heart attack there. Okay.
Got some lacerations in the lung. That's a good place to stop.
That made you move. Hey, blow it up, you're not gonna use it.
So this is going to be the last use of it. If you guys want to, I'll have it in there if you want to dissect into it and stuff like that. You can-
You're hungry.